molesters should be off the street. But bottom line is, even the state legislative analyst is saying, how in the heck are we going to pay for it? I'd like to write a letter that maybe does not, I would recommend that we not say pass it or not, but just a letter that it conveys our concerns about early release of prisoners, overcrowding, but also asks that we put the money into monitoring the parole system, and that we need that for protection. Like I say, I don't know these repeat offenders, if they were being monitored appropriately, they probably would be back. Well, I had a feeling that I was going to have to vote no on this, but I do want to reiterate, we are telling folks that we want Chelsea's law to be passed as it is, Jim, not as it's going to work out, which is creating all kinds of new cells that we can't even afford. I think it's more responsible to our residents. We can say we support the concepts, but I would just like to have the letter. The letter as it is just a knee-jerk reaction. We support it. But I think we have many larger issues. We have many larger issues here that are the parole system. I don't mind supporting it if we can include our concerns with the parole system, overcrowding in prisons, and we've got a huge penal system that is in dire need of better management and more money. So I'm just asking that we could modify it to include the larger issues that we think need to be addressed in the legislation.
Jerome.
Thank you. I'm going to read the letter for the public. Dear Assemblymember Fletcher, on behalf of the City Council of the City of Encinitas, I strongly support your efforts to increase the prison time and parole requirements for violent sex offenders who prey on children. Enhanced restrictions around schools for those offenders and increased restrictions for loitering in parks for the same offenders will also help make neighborhoods safer for children statewide. The City of Encinitas has numerous schools and even more parks, and our children will benefit from the extra safeguards your bill puts in place. I applaud your efforts and support AB 1844. Fletcher, sincerely, Dan Gallagher, Mayor, City of Encinitas. I couldn't agree more, and I don't want to hear about the potential problems, and that's not my problem. I want this bill passed. I want the extra safety, and we have to find a way to pay for it. Goody. Guess what? That's what the legislature's for. Make them do their damn job. That's my position. I support the motion.
And I'm glad you don't give a damn about what anybody else has to say. That's useful to know.
That's not what I said.
Point's clear. Adding 2 sentences to say we're concerned about the parole, that we need strength in that area. It's amazing that that we don't have folks that think that the parole system isn't broken, and it is, and that's the biggest issue in front of us right now.
Okay, so I don't see it here, but I believe we have a motion in a second. Yeah.
Let the record show the vote is 4 in favor, with Maggie Houlihan voting against the motion.
And for the record, even though it won't be in the report, because we have a council majority has eliminated the ability of council members to have for the record their no vote, I just do want to say for the public that's viewing out there, it's a much larger issue, symptomatic of a real problem in our penal system, and that is why I'm voting no, not because I don't want to get predators off the street.
And that's a point well taken.